Like,
it's mental illness, isn't it?
We've all got a little bit of mental illness, right?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Mood, where the moods are big and the tits are small.
Only me and
On
you,
some
Nikki.
of us. On some of
Only
us.
me and you.
On some of us.
We're coming at you live from Jessica's living room.
yes,
We're all inside
in
my
Jess's
living room.
If you're watching the video right now, we're all in Jess's living room, and if you're not watching the video, you've got to come to the video, because that's where the fun is, and the small tits are.
The small tits are in my living room.
All of the small tits.
All of the small tits are here.
All the silliness aside, we're talking about mental health today, so get serious, assholes.
Yeah, you
get fucking
fucking
serious. Turn your nips down. Turn your butts up.
I'm trying really hard not to say it.
What?
It's mental illness, isn't it?
Mental illness, isn't it?
What did you watch?
Okay.
It's from a TikTok that I saw this girl was comparing her bedroom to her sister's, and like her bedroom's like super clean. She's like, this is mine, yeah? Nice and beautiful, my pride and joy. And then she goes over to her sister's, and her sister's just fucked up holding like 16 cans of Pringles.
I thought you were gonna say candles, and then you said cans of Pringles.
So she goes into her sister's fucked up room. She goes, and this my sister's is mental illness, in it? And it just cuts off. And it's like, stuck in my head for like 3
So
days.
cute. I wish I was
sorry.
British.
Mm-hmm.
Or English or whatever.
Me
some
too.
sort. Well, I mean, technically I am. My DNA is.
Shut the fuck up.
I just wish I was like naturally born
Technically,
there.
I am. Okay.
Technically I am.
You
but
sound
I
the
didn't
most
grow up
American
there.
ass bitch ever.
Hey, my DNA says I'm like 68%
My
British.
23andMe said that I'm 60% British.
I'm
Irish.
0.4%. I'm 0.4% Native American.
Most of my blood is Iberian, so you know.
What the fuck is
that?
Iberian?
Liberia?
No. Iberian.
It sounds
The
like a
Iberian
cat.
Peninsula
Oh.
means it's Spain and Portugal. That's Iberian.
That's cool.
Oh.
Well, we
cool.
suck at geography
Very
because we're
cool.
Americans.
I'm
Yeah, and
representing-
also like there's
I'm
countries that
representing-
disappear all the time. Like
True.
I forget what.
Or they get
countries.
renamed, you mean?
Yeah. Yes, they get.
They're just gone.
Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's
Fucking-
Istanbul to Constantinople. You know the song?
Okay,
You know the
I don't
song.
know.
Oh yeah,
What's
I've heard
happening?
that song.
According to my
Atlantis.
23andMe, I'm 72% Constantinopolitan.
No idea what that means.
I'm representing for the 50% dumb bitch over here, for those of you who are out there.
Oh, I'm 2% dumb bitch.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, is your family
What? What region?
the dumb bitch Nigia?
Oh my god, I'm dumb bitchoforia.
Oh my god, you're right next to me!
Yes. All right, guys. Fucking mental
And coffee.
health. Shut your asses. We're talking about it. I feel sad.
Oh!
Girl,
Well,
same.
Not all encompassing, Gina, but I feel like you know, the world is chaotic. It also got like slam fucked into all of us 3 months ago. Like, I want to go back and react to videos of everyone setting goals and be like, 2020, I'm gonna make it my bitch this year. Like, watch, I'm gonna fucking crush it. I'm gonna tour the world. And
Why
stuff.
did everyone feel like 2020 was going to be their shit? Like,
Just
everyone
sounds-
collectively thought this was going to be like the turning of their lives.
Well,
And
you
it-
know what? They weren't
it kind of
really
did.
wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think everyone had like a sense that 2020 is going to be big. And everyone thought it was a positive kind of big, but it's actually not. But everyone was right. It's like, hey,
When there's
we
changes
look at it-
happening,
yeah.
the amount of change that's happening and stuff is a good thing in the big picture. It's
That's
just chaotic because growing pains for sure.
Growing pains
And-
are the worst.
And it feels like there's something new that's big every month too. It's not just like one big thing that we're all getting through. It's like, oh, you got that covered? Okay, here's a new one. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Fucking DJ
that
Khaled.
one meme?
Another one.
I heard that one
Another
meme
one.
that Jess posted on her stories, the one where the aliens are like, oh, it's so nervous.
We're next.
Coming up next, guys.
That's so cute.
Crack me up.
Gabby will have to get our editor to pop that picture in.
So like that's all we need now, man.
I
It's
remember
like,
when the murder hornets were announced and somebody made a meme saying, June 2020's fighter has entered the ring.
Yeah.
I remember someone tweeted about the murder hornets recently, like, what happened to the murder hornets? And then someone else said that was a filler episode.
Yeah. Dude, Twitter is unstoppable. I love that site so
Twitter's the
much,
best.
dude.
I
don't
love
know
and
why
hate
people don't
Twitter.
like it.
Oh,
Right.
I hate the mob mentality part of Twitter,
That's what I
but I
hate, too.
love the humor part of Twitter.
That shit's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
But it gets shit done too. Oh my god, like K-pop stan Twitter, undefeated.
They're
Insane.
terrifying.
They
I
are
love
terrifying.
you. I love you.
Yeah.
They're terrifying. I love when they took over all those hashtags.
Incredible.
They took over
Like
White
the
Lives
White
Matter.
Lives- yeah.
Yeah, they took over Blue Lives Matter so that they could destroy the hashtags.
Yeah. I like
That's pretty good.
maybe I was too rough on them before. I didn't understand them, you know? And then when that happened, I was like, you know what? You guys are cool. You guys are good.
Yeah.
Good.
So what have you guys been doing to kind of stay
Animal Crossing.
center? Okay.
I stopped playing.
Avoidance, that's your coping mechanism.
That's my avoidance.
Avoidance. There we go.
Avoidance,
Let's
okay.
call it what it really is.
No, I'm not denying it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, world. I'm
Yeah.
going. Who knows how long? Because I'm out.
I think I should have phrased it, what is your coping mechanism lately?
Napping.
Yeah.
Which is also avoidance, I guess, and lots of sleep.
What is it? Napping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Escape. It's both
Oh,
of
there
you.
you go.
Escape. Yeah.
Mine
Escapism.
is doing a lot of working out, and I've been okay. So this is gonna sound really weird because like I've always been the really pale girl that's not supposed to be in the sun, but I've been going out in the sun every day for like an hour, and I think it's helping a lot.
Nice.
Um,
Getting that deep.
Well, usually I used to like never go out in the sun, and then I'd like go on vacation or something, and then I'd get fucking burnt as shit, and then like I couldn't go out in the sun again for another like 6 months. But then now I've been doing the like little by little, and I'm like, I think I'm getting vitamin D actually.
Yeah, you're
Face
getting that
tan.
deep.
Good.
I'm trying to just take care of myself, basically.
You actually like, yeah, you have a glow to you.
hmm
Yeah, you do. You look
You're
great.
looking good. You look fucking hot.
Jess is like she's
know,
like
that
look at her,
lighting
look
is
at her, look at her.
amazing.
She's
You're
married
a
into
porcelain princess.
she's married into a royal family and she's just poisoning her husband slowly.
There's
So
been
he
like
dies.
it's there's arsenic in apple seeds.
That's
Takes-
true.
It
I
doesn't
told
take
that to
long.
Steve. It actually takes.
You tell that to your husband?
Yeah, I was like, if you ever see me come home with 150 apples, that's about how many it takes.
I know she takes so much of it.
Oh wow.
She's that person. She's that person whose math problems you got when you were in
Well.
elementary school. If Nikki buys 152 apples. She feeds Steve 16. How many husbands left does she have?
How many weeks
Yeah.
until he dies and she carries on the fortune?
That's another. I gotta make him have a fortune first.
He leaves just 5 lettuce leaves for you.
Right? I'd have to pay
Listen.
for a funeral too. Fucking sucks.
Oh no.
Did I just say
Yeah.
5 and held up 4? Sure
Yeah.
did.
It's mental health, isn't it?
Mental illness, isn't it? God damn it. This is
I
my
tried-
form of mental health. Like,
Comedy.
Coping.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
This
I
helps
feel
the
like-
mental health.
You have like that is all of our collective coping mechanisms is talking, just making it into comedy or funnies. We're just making some funnies. I made the mistake of trying to read fiction books to escape. I have been a strict nonfiction reader for the past 15 years. I read at least a book a month, but it's always nonfiction because I like to learn stuff when I read. But lately I was like, maybe I should try some nonfiction because I heard it was more relaxing. So before I go to bed. And I asked Twitter to give me a list of recommendations for like some light fiction reading that I could get into. And these bitches recommended 1984. So I've been reading motherfucking George Orwell's
Why did you-
1984.
Wait,
and
you didn't
it
know
is
that?
too parallel to what's going on. Well, I knew that it was about a dystopian thing, like a future. And people are always like, oh no, we're in 1984 or whatever. But I didn't know the extent to how parallel it was, like the way that it began and stuff. And it just made things way worse.
Yeah.
So I stopped
Wait, you didn't have to read that in high school already?
No, I read Animal Farm.
We had
and
to
then
read 1984 in high school.
They gave us a list, and we had to pick 10 books out of that list. And so I think like mine was like To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, Animal Farm, like, you know.
Yeah, you had
It was
most
like
of
those-
them, like Slaughterhouse,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck, all those.
Did y'all have Hatchet?
Yes!
That
But
sounds
that was
familiar.
well, actually, we read that in 5th grade.
That shit was so boring.
Fifth
Yeah.
grade?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was,
I don't remember
remember.
what reading level that is.
Well, we
Tiff
read it
was
as a
too busy
class.
fucking taking those what are those fucking air
Yeah.
things?
Nas?
Whippets?
Those whippets.
No.
Tiff did too many whippets to remember.
Yeah, I literally destroyed my brain. Not proud of it. And I went into depth in that and
JK.
and other things. Yeah,
I've never tried it.
don't. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Dumbest
Her
thing I've ever
best,
done
her
in my
best
life.
story from that was that she would like try it and feel good and then fall on her face.
No, that's
Sounds
Nas,
very
girl.
fun.
That wasn't the air fresheners.
Oh.
There's different things I did.
Sounds really
Oh.
fun. It's
Yeah, and then we
Madness,
talked
isn't
about
it?
like the. I don't even want to get into it anyway, because those were my coping mechanisms back then when
Back then, right?
I was a teenager and my household was a wreck. Like it was really bad where I really just did not want to be in the moment because I'm like, I need to escape this as any way I can. And so that's when I turned to the whippet thing or whatever, like the air freshener thing. I would like be huffing air freshener to like fucking escape, and like I would like hallucinate, and like that world was a lot nicer than the one I was living in. So that's how I ended up like turning into a party animal too. Like I would sneak out of my house and like go to a whole bunch of parties, and I just really did not know how to deal with my life, so I would just escape. And
How does that
now
work?
it's as I'm 30 years old, I'm still doing the same thing, but now it's Animal Crossing. Like
I was
better
gonna
than
say you're
drugs.
still doing whippets, girl.
In the bathroom, Isaac's banging on the door. Mom! It smells
Why
like
is there always
potpourri.
whipped cream cans?
no, they were air fresheners. Get them right.
Where's all my air freshener? How-
She would never do whipped cream cans, okay?
Never.
It seems like a
I did
sweeter
try computer
option.
cleaner once, and that was
Oh,
bad.
Jesus.
Isaac's like,
Yeah.
my mom shits a lot. Every time she goes to the bathroom, she uses the air freshener all over.
Smells really
Oh,
good.
no.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I wonder though, like, I feel like there's probably a lot of people that are turning to drugs and alcohol right now during this time. Like, and even if they maybe only partied a little bit during normal world, now they're doing it a lot, like 5 days a week, and they're just like doing everything they
every
can to
episode
escape.
I've had
Yeah.
a glass. Like I never drink, but
Oh, girl.
What's that, Gina?
Story.
Is that that
Yeah, what's
10-day-old wine?
No, it's so true.
Okay. Every time we start an episode, Gina's like, "How long does wine last?" And we're like, "A couple days." And she's
Hers
like,
was
"I've got
not
one
10
from
days.
6 months ago."
Yeah, it was like months.
oh, that's cool. The bottle's transparent because of your
Oh,
green
my
screen.
green screen?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I have something weird. My mental illness, I had a few things when I was little, and it was cured in the weirdest way possible.
You had Pika. Didn't
Pika, yeah, something like that. Pikachu.
Pika. I don't know. I'm like, I know how it's spelled. I don't know how it's pronounced.
I had Pikachu, and I. So when I was young, I grew up in a very troubled childhood, and that kind of manifests into some mental illness, right? And
illness, right?
and so I had, what's that word for it? It's like trick is something trick daddy. where you-
Trichomania, hair pulling
daddy-
shit.
Yeah, so I started pulling out my
Trick
hair.
daddy. Damn,
I
you
was
had
like-
that?
Yeah, I was obsessively pulling out my hair when I was a kid. Like I had like
Oh
a
my
bald
God.
spot up here, and
Oh
I
my
remember
gosh.
they're just like plucking my hair, and the feeling is when I pluck it out, I'll look at it, I'm like, no, the root on this one isn't the right one. It's not the right one. Like I would have to like
Oh.
constantly pick at it to the point where I gave myself a bald spot, and that's like I think it was like a weird coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then what Tiff said, I also from that I developed pica, where it's a condition where you eat things that you're not supposed to eat. So I would pick it out and I would eat my hair, and
Oh,
like
wow.
or like I'll bite my nails off and I'll eat my nails.
Oh, you're like the My Strange Addiction people.
Yeah. So, and I didn't
What
know,
age was this?
God, Jesus, from like
Like 6 or something?
I want to say 4 till around whenever you get your teeth pulled out, when your teeth start falling out. Because the only reason why I stopped biting my nails was because I used to bite with my canines, and then when those teeth fell out, I couldn't bite anymore, and that got rid of the whole like nail biting thing.
Crazy.
Mhm.
And then the hair pulling thing, I used to pull my hair and then eat it, and then my grandparents saw, and like they scared me out of it, like, oh yeah, like you're going bald, and you know if you go bald it's not pretty. So I stopped pulling out my hair, and then, or like they would stop me from eating my hair by saying, oh, you know what? Doctors say that when you eat your hair, it travels through your blood and into your heart, and it kills your heart. And then that would scare the crap out of me. I'm like,
lie
okay.
to kids.
Yeah, just lie to kids.
That's a good way. That's a good one because she stopped.
Because I stopped. So remember, people, lie to your kids.
Lie to kids.
Or just don't have kids.
Or just don't. So you don't have to lie to anyone. And then like I had like, dude, I had like a plethora of just shit that was randomly cured. Like I only got to see my mom once every 4 or 5 months, and I was like obsessively, or I was like obsessed with her because like it was my mom, that's my mother figure, and I never got to see her. So I collected everything in a box from her, like the napkin that she used, a sequin that fell out of her dress, and I just had them in this box.
Oh no, yeah, you so hard.
Damn, this shit is hella fucking hardcore.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
Damn.
And then like it was everything. I kept everything. And then I grew out of that too. And that, like, I don't know, it was like weird. Like I didn't think much of it when I was young, and then now that when I grew up and I read about it, I was like, oh shit, I used to do that. It is mental health, isn't it? Like it is. That's me, you know. But
me.
It fucking got cured in like the strangest way possible.
How'd you cure it?
Like I said, like they scared it out of me.
Grew out randomly.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they scared it out of me. Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I mean, I had one of those things too, but not those. Those are pretty hardcore. Mine was just I had a little bit of OCD when I was younger, where I would have like I'd have to blink every time I walked over a line. So like if there's a crack in the sidewalk or like even like I would picture like a grid over everything, and then if I crossed a square in this invisible grid, I had to blink.
Whoa, how'd you get rid of that?
I don't know. I think I grew out of it too.
Oh.
Yeah, I just remember one day I just stopped doing it, but I would always have to fucking blink over everything.
Oh, I had something like that too, where every like few seconds I went, I look like a weird rabbit.
A twitch?
I used to do that because I had a septum piercing when I was 18, and I would like to touch my top lip to it, so I'd always do that.
Jill, is this like she smelled something bad? Just
I'm always like
stink facing at everybody.
But that switch got scared out of me by my uncle too. He says, and he was like, you know, when you do that, the muscles in your nose get weak, and then your nose falls off. And I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
They were really creative. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I used to pick my nose a lot, and my dad's friend told me that.
She comes in with I used to pick my nose.
This was not to do with mental health. This was just I like to get the boogers out. I liked it to be
Door.
But I was very secretive about it. I only got caught a few times, and I would deny. But my dad's friend told me that like my nose would get super, super big if I kept picking my nose, and that he's like, but don't worry. There's the way you prevent it is you just gotta pinch it for a while. So I would like pick my nose, and then I'd pinch it for so long.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
That's really cute. God, kids are fucking stupid.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Kids are so dumb. I love it.
You tell your friends you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. But I guess like from that on, like I never understood. I never knew. Growing up in the teenage years, was I lazy or was I depressed?
You're probably lazy enough to want food delivered to your door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I knew that for sure.
Yeah, definitely lazy enough to not cook. So if you are, then you could try DoorDash.
Yeah.
It will help you get through your depression because you still have to try to eat at some point.
And you don't got to clean afterwards.
Yeah, you don't got to clean afterwards. You just throw that shit away. So, all right, guys, you've counted on restaurants. Now they're counting on you. While the dining rooms are still mostly closed, a lot of places are open for delivery. DoorDash is the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door. With over 300,000 partners in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, Australia, you can support your local restaurants, which we think is the most important, or you can still go to the national chains like Chipotle, Wendy's, and Cheesecake Factory. My favorite thing to order on delivery is this hot chicken sandwich. I don't want to say the name of the restaurant just because, I don't know, but I get this hot chicken sandwich from there every time, and it has a little slaw on it. You guys know what I'm talking about, the Louisiana kind of style. Oh, I love those. Those are the best. But anyway, that's what I get all the time on DoorDash. DoorDash. Right now, our listeners can get $5 off their first order of $15 or more and 0 delivery fees for their first month when you download the DoorDash app and enter code BIGMOOD. That's $5 off your first order and 0 delivery fees for a month when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code BIGMOOD. One last time, that's the code BIGMOOD for $5 off your first order with DoorDash. Thank you, guys.
Big mood.
Yeah, that's right. And if you're just as lazy and you still want to get food, but you want to be healthy about it, Daily Harvest has got your back, because Daily Harvest, they only use fruits and vegetables. They don't use any preservatives. They don't have any added sugar or artificial ingredients. So it's super quick. It just takes a few minutes to prepare. So like for me personally, my favorite is a pineapple and matcha smoothie. So it's like it already comes in a cup and it tells you the ingredients. So for example, this one has like pineapple, kale, coconut, lime, matcha, and vanilla bean. And then you just like add whatever liquid base that you want. So for me, I like to put soy milk. And so once I do all that and then I put it in the blender, I blend it up. Super easy, super quick snack. And it's really delicious. And it ends up giving me like an energetic boost. I really love it. So Daily Harvest is also committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're in the process of transitioning to 100% compostable, recyclable packaging and are over 50% of the way there already. So they're good on the earth as well. So go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code BIGMOOD to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code BIGMOOD for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. That's dailyharvest.com. Promo code BIGMOOD.
Big mood.
Big mood.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, Gina, back to what you were saying, where you're talking about laziness versus depression. I feel like I talk about depression and mental health stuff on my channel all the time, especially on my vlog channel. And for me, the thing that had helped the most was having a routine and having structure, creativity within the structure, but like having like the same things that I do every day to stay balanced. And I did that because it's so easy for me to slip back into a spiral. And once I start slipping, it almost seems impossible to get out of it. And it manifests itself as laziness at first, like procrastination and then laziness. And then I just can't get out of bed because I am so depressed. And I feel like that's what's kind of been happening lately, like within the past like month or so, is just a slip for me, at least, because in the beginning of the pandemic, I was still doing the routine.
You seemed like you were almost more happy with the pandemic, like with the quarantine part of it.
The quarantine part, yeah, not the.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the virus.
The virus, yeah, but yeah, the quarantine part I was, because I feel like my energy was being spread out in so many different ways with like auditioning and this shoot over here and this shoot over here, and it just felt like at the end of the day I came home and I was so spread thin that I didn't like know how to focus on anything anymore. So when the quarantine first happened, yeah, I did feel a lot more focused. I felt like at least I could do productions from home like this, and I could edit all my videos on time, and it was a lot more streamlined. But then, yeah, like lately, I did get sick, like physically sick, not COVID, but I got sick where I couldn't really focus on anything or get out of bed, and then that's when I got an Animal Crossing. and then that took a little bit of time to break out of. And then once I finally broke out of that, I felt extremely connected to the world, like, which is usually a good thing because I was walking more, I was getting in touch with nature more, all that stuff. But when you're in touch with the world and there's chaos going on in the world, I just feel like I picked up all of that. Like I just felt everybody's emotions. Like a sponge. Anger, yeah, exactly. Sadness, anger, uncertainty, just a lot of people, like fear, like just all at once, just like so heavy and compounding that I couldn't get out of bed without crying. And it's been like a journey getting out of that one again. But yeah, I feel like developing habits is something that can really help when you start to slip.
When you get into those, do you ever like try listening to Eckhart Tolle or whatever? Because like when I'm so deep down like that, like when I'm so depressed that I don't even want to eat or get out of bed or move, like I almost have to remember that my thoughts can be separated from my reality, kind of.
Yeah.
Do you try listening to that? Because that's
totally.
sometimes, honestly, listening to him talk is the only thing that will keep me from just fucking walking off the edge. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm
That's
like, oh,
great.
wait a minute. A lot of this is it's creating this reality.
Isn't it? It's
mental health, mental illness, isn't it?
Mental illness, isn't it?
Yeah. So honestly, like if anyone hasn't tried that yet, just Google him, Eckhart Tolle, and like listen to his YouTube channel a little bit, kind of get into that, because that, for me, that will help at least get me out of bed. And like, maybe nothing's perfect, but it's like, oh, now, I remember now I need to eat. Like I need to, and then you start to slowly move forward again.
Yeah. Or if you're a book nerd like me, I like his books, Power of Now, and
they're hard to
Awakening
read
the New
though,
Earth.
and especially when you're depressed.
That's
No,
true.
get the audiobook, girl, because he's actually the one reading it. So
Yeah.
I listened to the audiobook for both of the ones that Nikki just said, the
Power of
Awakening.
Now and Awakening the New Earth.
Yeah.
Awakening the New Earth is literally, oh my God, life-changing. I freaking love that book so much.
That's
and
like my
I've been
Bible.
Yes, like it changed like the perspective of my life.
All right, what is this called? I'll look it up. What the hell is
Yeah,
it?
Gina, you need
It's
to
this one.
listen to it. I have both of them. I'm looking at it. It's in my
Are you going
room.
to the
This
kitchen?
one. This one. Oh yeah, the kitchen. Yes, New Earth. This is brand new because I bought it for Casey. Because like I said, I got the audiobook, but he hasn't opened it yet.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm like,
recommend if you're not a
read it.
reader,
It's
don't
so
try to
good.
don't try to read it though if you're not a normal reader, because it's kind of thick. Like just listen to it.
It's
Okay.
thick like
Straight
that.
up.
I'll say
Power
it.
of Now is really heavy, but
Power
It
of Now is
was.
very heavy too.
But the basis behind all of that is to be in the present, because there's no pain in the present. So
Right.
it's like bringing you back to reality, because all those anxious thoughts and anything anxiety related is usually you scared of things in the future or panicking about things that haven't happened yet that are out of your control. And any depression thoughts and feelings are usually from something in the past or something that you're like dwelling on that already happened or that is happening. But when you're in the present, like just this moment right now, and that's why with meditation they say to focus on your breath, because your breath is the present at all times. There's no suffering in the present. And that's what there's a lot of like Buddhist teachings around that. I think Eckhart Tolle is really great. I feel like the thing that it's weird though, because the thing that got me into it is into the depression or like feeling everybody's feelings is that a lot of that has to do with that we're all one, like we are all a collective consciousness. And so when one part is hurting, if you're very connected to that, like you will feel the hurt of that too. And that's when it becomes hard. But I feel like coming back to the present moment is always a good starting point.
it's just hard to practice all the time. I think that's why I tend to just do the avoidance thing, because it's just easier. But that's been my journey, my own personal journey, especially during this time. Like the world's time is just really difficult. So yeah, I don't know. I've been putting it off. It's kind of like having homework to do and you're like, oh, it's due on Monday. It's barely Friday night. I got the weekend. Like that's kind of how I've been approaching it. That's why I've been very avoidant.
That's
Avoidance
so
is
true.
pretty standard. I think for me, my way of avoidance is probably like I get lost in music. I don't know. I'm like one of those weird music people who like my whole life I've been kind of a lonely single child, lonely all the time, and so I've always gotten lost in music. So like I've been not doing well this past week, but I've just constantly have my headphones in, listening to music that's like more upbeat. And I just keep fucking finding things to do. And like, it's almost like if I block out my thoughts with music or a podcast or something, it helps me at least. I guess it's the avoidance part of it. There's still a lot of feelings you have to work through, but sometimes if you push past them and distract yourself a little bit, then they don't hurt as bad when you go to actually face them. If you give yourself some time from them. But
my newest strategy over the past couple of years has just been embracing everything, like embracing the feeling and just hitting it head on. So instead of the uplifting music, I'll listen to like Lana Del Rey and just like
Fucking
let it
sob.
out. Yeah, I'll just cry it out, and then that'll last like 20 minutes, and then I can go and like at least focus.
Well,
on
I've done some
something.
of that too. Like I've gone back and listened to music from like middle school, and it's weird how like some music from the 90s even like it's so more emotional than like music now, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I don't know. I've
me some
definitely had a
90s.
few cry sessions with some music.
I'm just glad that we all have pets that we can cuddle up to in
Oh,
times
yeah.
like this.
That's
Because
true.
I think I read somewhere where that like having a pet and just holding them kind of lowers your blood pressure and
Mhm.
helps with anxiety and stuff. Man, my cat is sick of me. Planning on running away. I know it.
Dude, my
He's
cat
like,
smothers me. I feel like my cat's such a
Oh,
healer.
God, stop.
My cat's like such a healer, and he's like, "Are you okay? Can I help?" And he's like
Aw.
smothering. And I'm like, "You're so sweet," and also I'm hot. I'm hot. It's
Oh,
too hot.
I know, right? Jesus Christ, I've been struggling
Big
with
old
that. 'Cause the fucker sleeps
sausages.
on me. Yeah, so cute.
Yeah,
I'm
my
glad we
cats
have them.
constantly come up to me too, and especially like, for example, if I'm playing or something, they will not stop rubbing their heads on my hands because I'm using it to like play the game or whatever. Not until like I put the remotes down and give them like full on attention and they're satisfied, and I'm like, thank you, I needed a break.
Yeah,
They know. They
True.
know when you're busy because the fucker does it all the time whenever I'm streaming. It's like in the middle of doing something really important, like in the middle of a fight or something, he just jumps up like, "Sup, bitch, listen to me," and just like just starts rubbing himself all over me. God, I hate
So
him. I love him so
cute.
much.
You don't hate him.
I
Don't.
love cats so much.
He's a piece of shit. I love him. By the way, we just taught him how to sit. So
How'd you do
What?
that?
with treats, my friend did it with treats because I had him babysit my cat for a few hours while the exterminator was over. He texted me. He's like, "Yo, I just taught your cat how to sit." I'm like, "Okay."
Are you gonna teach him how to use a toilet?
Oh, I should. I really
That would be
want
so
to.
dope.
I always think that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah,
Hell
I would
yeah.
love that. Maybe we'll see. You never know what's gonna happen during these
Can
quarantine.
you imagine like teaching Maddie or Sophie to use the toilet? Big
Just a
old
giant
dog.
dog.
So weird.
It'd be hilarious. In the middle of the night, you go to the bathroom, your dog's just sitting there squatting over the toilet.
I can't even see
Their
a
pot
dog.
to flush it.
Yeah, like how could they
aggressive.
even get up there?
Scrambling
It would
with
be
their
such
like
a
big old
mess.
nails.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
Damn.
I saw. I looked into it for a while for my own cats to potty train them, like toilet train them, and it's a pain in the ass. You have to
Mhm.
expect a lot of accidents, and it's a lot of dedication.
Dang.
It would be cool though. You
Yeah.
never have to buy litter ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I will say taking care of an animal is really healing. Like that's like a really good aspect of or not aspect, but like a good way of getting out of depression is focusing on something outside of myself, like the responsibilities of taking care of another living being, and then like beautiful plants like this one in the background of my house right now.
I love that.
That
I
one's
love that.
actually fake.
That was a really good choice of plants,
No,
Nikki. You have
Your
great taste.
plant is like right on my plant.
I
Like when I
know.
move it,
It's like putting its own pot.
yeah.
That's funny. And then when I had my plant here, or the plant thingy, you could kind of see it right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, you know what, guys? I'm bored of this. I'm going over to Tiff's house. Hold on, I'll be right back. There we go.
Oh my gosh. It just looks like you're in a
Gina's-
different house since she's
Gina's
not
I'll
there.
get
Transformed.
I'll meet you there, girl. I'll meet
Okay.
you there.
There you
Oh
go.
man. I'm stuck at Jess's house.
All right, I guess I don't have these. My true friends left me. Nikki's
small
the only
titty girls.
girl now.
Hey,
Still with
I'm a
me.
true friend.
Small
Hey,
titties
Nikki's
can stay
still
over
there.
Small titties have to stay.
Small titties over there.
I'm jealous of our tiny areolas.
Well, big booties, you mean? We're jealous of the
Yeah.
big.
That's true. Oh well, we are a very
Yeah.
well balanced
We
group.
both have
We
redeeming
are.
qualities. I will say though, there is. I have to admit, I did go see Nikki and Steve recently, but I think the world's kind of opening up a little bit, and we're probably going to be back on our set soon.
Jess needed a
too.
hug.
So I went over there, and they helped me so much, like feel better. I think just being around people, like it's been too many months of being isolated,
Yeah.
and we
Well,
played
plus-
a game, and
We
it
had
helped.
just
Nice.
shot on JK News that whole weekend, and so
Yeah.
like everyone there had been quarantined forever, and so anybody that was at that shoot, I would have no problem like
Yeah.
seeing in my home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It really
I was there.
helps.
So
Yeah,
It
you were
really
there.
helps to be around friends. Like a few weeks ago, I was losing my mind too, and I like spent time with like another friend, and I was like, oh, this is all I needed, just someone to listen to me.
What
Yeah,
other
we need-
friends, Gina?
we need human touch.
You don't have other friends, girl. You're not allowed.
Yeah,
None of
not
us
have
are
other
allowed to have
friends.
other friends.
we have
No.
a blood pact, and I feel like you're breaking it.
I have like 16 other bedrooms to go to. Okay, so
Why don't you never come to my bedroom?
I know.
can you step out of the screen real quick? Let me just.
Like, take a screenshot of your room.
Yeah, I mean, like it's always so nice to just talk to someone, and a lot of times I realize that people don't really need advice or anything; they just need someone to vent to, and it helps so much. I didn't know, like for a while, I didn't know what the hell was going on with me. I felt like I was losing my mind, and then I saw my friends, and I realized, oh, this is all I needed. I just needed the company of someone else, and this whole like quarantine thing made me realize that humans really are just animals. And like when someone cages up, we go nuts, you know, like we are very social creatures. And it's very funny how like just like the smallest things like restaurants and stuff and entertainment really does keep people sane, and you know, it makes
And
me
sex, like, hello, I'm fucking losing my goddamn mind.
yeah. You've been getting vitamin D, but not the right vitamin D.
I've been getting a lot of sun, vitamin D.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some,
But not the right mother's
real
son.
vitamin D.
I've been saying, Jess, I volunteer to make a dating profile for you with your picture.
You're gonna do it for me?
Yeah, with your picture. I will stand in place for Jess, and
You
then
think
I
you
will
can date
flirt-
better than me?
No,
She's
I'm
saying
so-
you have no game,
Oh
Jess.
no! It's the game. Like it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. I'm gonna swipe on
Oh,
everyone
so we
that's
just
hot.
need
you're
like
doubling
extra
effort?
profiles.
Yeah, just everyone that's hot, and then I'm just gonna be like, hey, my name's Jess. I have a fat ass. Do you want to hang out? And then like I'll just say,
You wanna hang
I got a fat ass. You wanna hang out? I can do that.
ladies.
Come on.
but yeah, it's enough. Like you can do like 50. I can do 50. We just merge them together. It's
So
100.
this just a numbers. Well, why don't
Numbers
all
game.
four of us
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we should all do
saying.
it.
start
Cast a
swiping
wide,
so I
a
can
wide
get
net. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cast
right.
the white. We're gonna cast the net all the way across this 10 million
Yeah.
Los Angeles people.
Yeah. You know,
Oh yeah,
it's
it's a
gonna work.
really wide net.
and then like I'll just give them your Instagram, and then you'll randomly wake up to messages from random dudes like, "Fuck, it's Gina again, isn't it? It's Gina again, isn't it?"
And
then
that'd
all
be
these
fun, 'cause
blokes-
I've never seen what a dating app looks like. I've
Oh
never,
yeah,
like-
you'll get an excuse to play around on a dating app. since you're
Yeah.
married. You could just be my dating coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know if the sex has been much better over here either though, because depression's such a boner killer.
Aww.
You know, it really is. Like,
Yeah.
there are like waves where I'll be like, "Oh, I'm turned on right now. I should get it in," but then I don't know. Like, it's just so fleeting. Like because everything just feels so heavy and.
What's Steve been
relate.
doing to like this whole like quarantine thing to keep himself sane?
Well, we've been we watch a lot of Love Island and reality TV, but yeah, I got a treadmill and he's been really consistent on the treadmill, and so he actually plays Animal Crossing more than me now. He'll play Animal Crossing on the treadmill while
Hey,
running.
tell him to add me as best friends because I
Yeah.
sent him a
God,
request.
I'm imagining just the trashiest island.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Van
her
Nuys.
island.
It's the same island.
Oh right, okay.
He's-
I just want him to have his own island to see. What he
Me
does.
too.
Yeah.
Same.
You know, I
True.
just want to see what happens.
Yeah,
He'd
you
have
have to
weeds
get a new
everywhere.
switch.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be Gina's
sure.
island.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I came back after a month because I haven't been playing, and then my villager's like, "Oh my god, it's been a month. We thought you died. Just weeds everywhere." And I'm just like, "Where's Nikki when I need her?" Christ. You know what?
I'm
You know
done.
why? But since I was gone for a whole month, my weeds have been thriving.
Yes,
Oh, really?
yes, and thrive they will, as will you, with a subscription to Thrive Market. It's a clean grocery service. I love them. I've actually been a fan for years. So you pay a subscription, kind of like a Costco membership, and you get access to a ton of different like foods and ingredients and healthier stuff than maybe would be at your local grocery store. So for the longest time, like a lot of plant-based ingredients were not available at the store down the street, and so I'd have to go online. But then the online prices are super jacked up because they got to ship it to you and stuff. So Thrive actually just makes that a lot easier to access. It's super easy to find what you're looking for. Like you just search any ingredient. It's kind of like the Amazon of grocery stores, and
Cool.
Yeah, my favorite thing to buy there, though, like my guilty pleasure, is vegan marshmallows, which are so much better than regular
What are they
marshmallows.
made with?
They're made of not gelatin. Instead of gelatin, it's tapioca starch, I believe.
Ooh,
And they're so freaking good.
that sounds
And
good.
we've been having like s'more nights on date nights and stuff. It's fun. But they tailor to 70 different diets and values like paleo, keto.
There's 70 diets?
I know. I didn't even know there
What?
was 70
Yeah.
things.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, man.
This has all of them, I guess.
They got the
Wow.
spectrum of diets going on. And as a member, you're saving 25 to 50% off traditional retail prices, and their carbon neutral shipping is free on orders over $49. Not only do I feel great about getting a deal on my favorite clean organic products, but I also feel great about helping to support families who need it most. So in addition to membership matching, Thrive Market is matching donations to their COVID-19 relief fund dollar for dollar. And they've actually also always helped donate to charities and stuff, but right now in particular, they're donating to COVID relief. So Thrive Market is working 24/7 to make sure members are getting their groceries delivered as fast as possible, and you can learn more about their commitments to customers and membership matching on their website. Try Thrive Market and become a member risk-free by going to thrivemarket.com/bigmood. Join today and you'll get up to $20 in shopping credit towards your first order. That's THRIVE market.com/bigmood to start your risk-free membership and get up to $20 towards your first order. thrivemarket.com/bigmood.
Big mood.
Big mood. And since you're taking care of your tummy, you should also take care of everything else of your body in your body. And that leads us to our next sponsor. It is Care Of, which is a vitamin and supplement subscription, which I absolutely love because I'm a sucker for cute packaging. So Care Of is a wellness brand that makes it super easy to maintain your health goals with a customized vitamin plan. All you have to do is go on their website, take a quiz, see what you want to take care of, and they pretty much make a little packet for you, your own custom mix of vitamins.
It has your name on it.
I know, it has your name on it. You guys know I love stuff like that. The convenient daily packs are perfect for on the go. Just throw it in your purse or gym bag and go on your way. And also, I love it because the whole packaging is biodegradable. Care Of also has a bunch of yummy protein powders that you can take. There's one for your immunity, your gut, and for some energy. The individual eco-friendly packs are super awesome, and they're so pretty. So, like I said, all you have to do is take a short quiz online where you figure out your health needs and your goals, and you can adjust your packs anytime. I have mine, and I try to focus on sleep and energy, which is kind of opposite, but it's exactly what I need. It's super fun. It's super cute and convenient. Now, for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter BigMood50. Again, for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter BigMood50. Now, you might think, oh, during this quarantine, I'm feeling terrible. And you're probably thinking, it's mental illness, in it? But no, it's just your lack of vitamins. Go to takecareof.com, enter code BigMood50.
Vitamins.
I had to, I'm sorry.
That actually reminds me of that Lana Del Rey song. She's like, something vitamin. She says vitamin instead of vitamin.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
That's
weird.
American?
Yeah. Oh, strange.
Anyway, people listen to Lana, they'll know what I'm talking about.
I secretly love her, but I think she got canceled recently or something.
She did
I'm not
get
sure.
canceled
got
recently,
canceled?
but I think she got
Why?
uncanceled too.
know.
It's
It's hard to keep track. To
I
be
know.
honest.
It is hard to keep track.
There's a lot of problematic white people.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, Doja Cat got canceled on the same week.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've been doing to cheer myself up, is watching videos of racist people get beat up and or exposed.
Jesus.
Mm.
Good for my soul. It makes me
I
feel
can't-
good.
Wow.
That's the
Get you the
shadow.
new-
That's the shadow version of you likes that stuff.
You see the new Dave Chappelle?
Oh no, I've been
Yeah.
meaning to watch
Good.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
It's really good.
I saw this video recently. It was like a protest, and like there's like a white guy arguing with a black guy, and it's like a white man holding a Confederate flag and this black man in like a suit, and like the white guy's like yelling like, "This flag represents my family back then when we protected our farm and we had to save our farm from that time, blah blah blah." And then the black guy looks at him and goes, "Who worked on that farm?" Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, Gina.
And then there's that one lady with the Botox that all the way up here. She was fucking terrifying.
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
This one.
She's fucking scary, dude.
creepy.
What the
So
fuck,
scary.
man?
That's
There's like
fucking mental illness.
I used to always get pissed when people would say like white devil, but then when I saw that bitch's face, I was like, ooh, that is really a white devil.
That is the white devil.
Wow.
Yeah.
That bitch is scary.
Mhm.
It's like a Jordan Peele fucking movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were saying she looks like the Purge mask. That's pretty accurate. She's
Yeah.
I need to see that movie still. Oh, I watched The Platform recently.
Oh,
another
right?
thing.
Well,
I haven't
so
seen
this combined with reading 1984,
Oh,
it
it's
just
a lot.
really wasn't a good combination. I have
stop.
not been picking the right choices.
What are you
But,
doing with your life,
Yeah,
girl?
The Platform, I will
Watch some
say,
Disney.
I know. I've been trying to balance, but yeah, I will say it was not predictable. I remember we were talking about it and like
You didn't find it predictable?
no, I didn't find it predictable, but I mean, I got frustrated though because it was one of those movies where like the whole movie is about them trying this tactic to like change the system, and then at the very end you don't even find out if it worked.
Yeah.
There's
it's
no
one of those
idea
leave it
what
up to
happens. I
interpretation.
don't like
Oh.
that shit.
So it's not even worth watching. Got it.
Also, I didn't like the acting, but I did like the concept. I thought the concept was good. I just wished it was executed a little bit better.
The premise was cool. I
Yeah.
recently got into mafia movies because everyone and their moms are like, "Oh, my
Have you
God,
seen the Tom
haven't
Hardy one
seen-"
yet?
Ooh, the Tom Hardy one? Girl.
I want to watch that.
Legend.
What is
I think
it
it's called
called?
I haven't
Legend.
seen it.
Mm.
No,
Legend.
not that one.
Oh, wait.
No, the new one. The one where he plays
Oh.
the guy who got syphilis.
Capone? Or
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
is it out?
I've been
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look this shit up. If this shit is out, it's on my calendar tonight.
I've been like watching old mafia movies because I was never a movie buff, so I never really watched much, and so I watched
Scarface.
Goodfellas.
Okay.
I saw Goodfellas until this day. I'm
It's
still.
$7. Oh my god.
She's so excited.
Can we wrap it up, ladies? I got shit to do, you know? I got a little date in front of my TV with my
She's lighting candles.
Yeah.
But I finished Goodfellas for the first time, which I loved, but like for like a whole week, I was upset by it. I was pretty pissed about the whole movie. Like,
Snitching.
yeah, they gave you everything, you fucking asshole. They gave you everything, and then you snitched on them. And then I watched The Departed, which was pretty good.
Oh, The Departed's good.
And then I
Yeah,
just
that
started
was really
Casino. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Casino. Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg? No.
No, that's Departed.
The Gambler is what I was thinking of. I think.
Oh, okay. No, I've
Yeah.
never seen that one either.
Very related.
I
to
wonder how
Casinos.
those guys, like the real life, like gangster guys, like for example, Al Capone and stuff, like how did they deal with their mental stuff? Because they have to be all tough.
They
and
would
have to
fucking do a big ass rail of coke and then shoot someone.
Yeah. Plus, usually sociopaths end up at the top, so they don't have feelings towards
No.
other people. And
Oh
then
my
they-
gosh! I was just watching this thing about I'm pretty sure he was a sociopath. This is a guy from back in like 1800s where he was like he's known as the greatest con man of all time. His name is Gregor McGregor.
He conned everybody with that name. That's
Right?
not his real name.
His parents did not try. Fuck it, just name him Gregor
At
McGregor.
all.
And
Gregor McGregor. I don't
right?
care.
Long story
It's
short,
Irish, isn't it?
They're all drunk.
Okay.
alcoholism in it.
What's our last name? Gregor McGregor? I don't know. Gregor McGregor.
Go with that. Just go with that. So he's known as the greatest con man of all time, who pulled off the greatest con of all time. He was very charismatic, sociopath, whatever, and then he convinced these rich noble people, whatever, that he was part of this country, one of like the higher noble people of this country, offered them to buy some land in this country in this lush area where you can like make money and grow things, and people are like, okay, sure, and they're like old and they wanted this property to like retire in, so they would buy it for so much. He made like 1.2 billion in this time.
Whoa.
Selling all this fake land and then like promising them, all this land, and then so ships of like 100 people at a time, like hundreds of people at a time, would go to this land to find it was just a shitty marshland.
Oh,
And-
it's like the Fire Festival, but for the old times.
Yes, yeah. So they would go to like the shitty marshy land, and then like they would get dropped off there, and they're like, no, we probably navigated wrong. So the captain of the ship or whatever would be like, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look around, see if we went the wrong way. And during that time, while he was gone and they were stranded there, hurricanes hit, winds, marshy wetland mosquitoes started eating everyone, and they gave everyone malaria. About 2/3 of the people died, and like a third of the people that actually survived was because these random British ships were going by and they picked them up, and there was like 5 or 6 other ships on the way to that shitty mosquito marshy land, and like the British had to like stop them, like, hey, do not go here. And by the time word got back to wherever he was, he already fled the fucking country with like billions, and he survived, and they caught him, he was gonna be put to death or whatever, but the one person that he was good to remembered him and was like, no, this guy's fucking cool, like, and then saved him, gave him a plot of land and a pension. He died happily ever after.
Oh my god.
Fuck, that just pissed
I
me
hate
off.
it.
Justice was never served. Yeah,
I hate real life
How are we gonna
stories.
cope, ladies? How are we gonna cope with the story?
Shit.
Because it fucks my mental health right now.
Never name your kids fucking shit ass name that has their last name in it.
Or do, and they'll be billionaires that live happily ever
It's
after,
true.
I guess.
Sociopaths, man. Like, it's fucking crazy.
I had an ex that I was convinced is a sociopath afterwards, and I told him that, and then he said that he was going to sociopath school, dead serious. Said
What the
that
fuck does that
What is
mean?
sociopath
He was
school?
going to sociopath group therapy.
School? Why'd you call
But I
it
want-
school?
I mean, I
I
call
like-
it. Because
like-
it sounded like he went
Go
to
there.
class. He went to class to learn how to not be a sociopath.
How do you do that?
I don't
isn't
think it was real.
like just
What?
you're fucked?
Yeah. I just remembered that. What about the Catch
You
Me
have-
If You Can guy?
The what?
Huh?
The Catch Me If You Can guy. He was a pretty good con artist.
I need
con
to watch
artist.
that. I heard it. It's
Oh, you
really
haven't
good.
seen it? It's so good. That
With
movie's so
Leo.
good. Yeah.
But yeah,
Nikki, I wanted to ask you, you have had experiences with a lot of different personality types and a lot of scary personality types. Like, how did you learn how to deal with them? Because I think like dealing with different types of people, it does take a toll on your, like, just you as a person, like your own mental health, because you don't know, like, you can't relate or whatever it is. You're dealing with someone that really is making your life very difficult. Like, how was it that you were able to like learn and navigate learning to deal with
Well, definitely therapy helped a lot, but then like learning what those personality types were, which is covert and overt narcissism, basically is where it stems from, and then doing a lot of research on that, like different narcissism types and what they want and what they're motivated by and how they work and how they operate, and how a lot of them are very, very smart and like charismatic and good with words and stuff, which was what tricks people into serving them, basically. Just reading about that and then experiencing it helped me to see red flags when they happen. And all you can really do is just like learn how to avoid letting them into your life, because they're the kind of like give an inch, take a mile types. Where if you just give a little bit, then they completely.
I feel like we could do a
Take
whole
advantage.
episode around this. Guys,
That's
if you
true.
would love to hear an episode on how Nikki learned how to deal with different personality types, let us know, because I really want to do this episode. I am ready with my pen and pad. Give me some notes. Like, I'm ready to take notes. 'cause-
I'm still learning, because in LA, I feel like they all conglomerate here.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like they fly
There's-
out from all
yeah.
different parts of the country, and it just is a very concentrated area.
It's
of
like a magnet
narcissism.
for the ego.
Dude, I grew up with them. With the oh, sorry, Jess, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I grew up with a pathological liar, and I didn't realize she was a pathological liar until I caught her. So it was just always, it was like insane to me, because she was like a very important part of my life, and it was just like, hey, did you eat my food? No, I threw it away. Okay, so why is it not in the trash can? She goes, I took out the trash. I'm like, no, but the trash is still here. Like, very small,
Yeah.
inconsequential
Oh,
shit. Like, just like, what the
I dealt with
fuck?
someone like that too.
Yeah,
it's really
it's like-
frustrating.
Insane. And then the way that I caught her was when, so my very close family member died, my cousin, and it was like weird. I had like this spiritual moment where I randomly fell asleep, and then I had a dream about him, and it was like the most real feeling ever. It was just shortly after he passed away, and then I remember running to her and telling her about it. And then like years later, like 10 years later, I was having a bad day because it was like the anniversary of his death. So I called her and I just wanted someone to vent to and cry to. And she goes, don't worry, he's fine. You know, years ago I had this dream where it felt so real. And then she started spewing my dream, saying that it happened to her. And I was just like,
super weird.
you do realize that's my dream, right? And then she's like, no, it's mine. I'm like, I literally told you that in your bedroom 10 years ago. She goes, we must have had the same dream then, you know? And then
she couldn't accept it, which makes it worse.
Which makes it worse, you know?
Yeah.
And then so that's when I finally realized, I'm like, oh my God, you're a pathological liar. And then it makes me wonder, like, did I ever even know you? Like, what if all your stories are absolute bullshit? Like, what am how am I supposed to know if anything is real? Like, I just feel like all of a sudden this person in my life was a stranger. And like, how are you supposed to figure it out afterwards? Like, you know, from now on, well, how do I know the stories you're telling me are real or not? And that's like a shitty feeling. It's just, very shitty.
Yeah, that's really hard because then you're like, were any of our experiences real, like together?
Exactly.
Were any of our friendships real?
But yeah, like I think that was like one of the most heartbreaking moments in my life where I'm just like, you know what, like I don't think I ever knew you, and I just really don't talk to that person anymore. Have you guys like and it kind of like rubs off on me a little bit because I grew up with it, but I had like it was never bad for me, but sometimes I feel the urge to just be like, no, I didn't do that. And I'm just like, I think to myself, I'm like, why am I fucking...
It's the ego. The ego needs to survive.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And then I just realized, because like I was used to seeing that, but it's just, it sucks.
I had this experience with a person that they basically said that like, oh, you know, they would say a lot of things about other people that were like, oh, I'm not this and I'm not that. And it really bothers me when someone's this or someone's that. And then like as time goes on, it's like that person
that's who they are.
It's you.
Yeah. It's like, wait, what the fuck? It's so weird too. And I think it helps to notice when people kind of like say things without even like you asking.
Prompt.
Kind of, it's just like, wait a minute, why are you're kind of like setting this up.
Yeah.
It's true, but
so
it's
that
also
you see
like
me as not that person.
That's their best defense mechanism, though, to use projection as a weapon. So then it's like, well, I've been saying this about you all along. How could it possibly be me? Like,
oh my God, that's,
what?
Ugh, it's infuriating.
Yeah, I've dealt with that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that really, like, just like there's so many factors in how we manage our emotions and like our mental health. Like it's literally like the world, like our family, our personal relationships, our friends, our everything, right? Like our careers. And so it's like a lot of people struggle with like having to do, I mean, I'm one of them. Like I've been saying throughout this whole episode, I'm very avoidant apparently. Like I use escapism to handle things, but it just makes me really wonder like how do you face things in a healthy way? Like what is the way of doing it if it's not escapism? Because that's all I know really. Like how do you
you have to
first step.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I feel like one of the first steps is being aware of it. So that's healthy. Like, you know what's going on. You're very aware. You're not in denial about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think when you know your life is not progressing and you're just like doing things to like kill time or like move things out of your head, and you're not like, basically you have to get back to a place where you're actually progressing in your life. So there's nothing, I mean, there's no real answer of how to deal with things, but it's like you have to accept it, like Gina said, and then you have to be able to get back to a place where you're actually doing things for yourself and moving forward. I mean, that's definitely a big part of accepting things, is like you're not escaping anymore. You're like, okay, settled with it, and then move on.
Yeah, and then once you're stable with your own life, then you can help others and engage in like bigger problems or outside problems, because I feel like if you try to tackle, like you're talking about all these different circles, like there's the world, and then there's the country, and then your inner circle and your friendships, and then your relationships, and then yourself, like your relationship with yourself, and it starts with you. And you know, if you don't have that stable, you're never going to be able to deal with any of the other stuff. So I feel like sometimes it gets so overwhelming. You can get, or like I feel like I've experienced analysis paralysis, where I am so overwhelmed and like I need to solve everything all at once, or I need to fix it all, and so then I don't do anything. And I think that's where the avoidance comes in, for me at least.
I relate hard to that.
Yeah, but lately I've been, just to give some sort of solutions that have been working for me. Lately, I've been going back to the whole like just do pick 2 things that I need to accomplish today. Just like 2. They could be big or they could be small, but like 2 things that at the end of the day I could be like, I did this and I did that. And that way, after each day goes by and I've just done my 2 things, whether that's like paying my credit card bill and editing a video, or like recording Big Mood and uploading Tasty Tuesday, I at least can go, okay, I am like steadily moving forward, like Jess was saying. Like I am progressing here, so I have my feet somewhat on the ground there, and then I can start dealing with outside things. Like there's always going to be work.
Those 2
problems.
things are like, make sure to hit all the rocks on my island and make sure to sell my fruit and check turnip prices. Like there's a lot of things on this list, Nikki.
Yeah, there's always going to be so many things, and so you just got to pick the 2 that bring you the biggest reward for the day. The 80-20 rule that we were talking about before, those rocks are going to give you more than the fish, okay? So you don't really have to check, you don't really have to check the fish.
On the other hand, also, I do want to say, like, what helped me was it doesn't always have to be something big. It could be, as long as you're making some sort of progress. So, like, even if you just get up and shower that day, or for some people, it's so horrible that it's just, even if you just get up and stand up off your bed one day, it's like little tiny.
Like in front of the window, just open the window and like look outside and just stand in front of it. Like just there's small things you can do, but momentum begets momentum. Like the small things will lead to larger things, and then eventually you're like, okay, I'm having a regular day again.
You just have to put it in motion.
That's so true. Because yesterday we, Casey and I and Isaac, we all took a walk around the neighborhood, like around this time actually, like near sunset time. So we we actually exposed ourselves to the sun, and then coming back home, I'm like, oh man, that did a lot for me. Like I feel good. Like I didn't realize how much I needed that.
That's exactly what I did for a while too. Like there's a lot of times where I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm just like sad and just like for like no reason. And then I realized, oh right, I haven't seen the sun in like a week. So I'll just sit in the front yard, soak up the sun. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is nice. This feels good. So it helps. Go outside, stand out in the sun a little bit. It's free.
That's being present too. Like you're feeling the sun and you're aware of it.
Get a tan.
Get a tan. It's free.
Get a tan.
It's free.
All right, guys, man, that hour flew by, and I know Jess has a hot date with a movie. So
got a date with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Wait, Jess, did you ever have braces? Because your teeth look real nice.
No,
I have
naturally beautiful.
This bitch is perfect.
I have 2 veneers. But the rest of them, I mean, my teeth grew in straight as fuck.
So you just have straight teeth for free?
Yeah. I'm just,
Get wrecked,
free.
Jess.
For free.
No,
I have no titties, though.
Well, I love all of you ladies. I can't wait to hang out all together. We're going to do that soon. Our recording studio just opened back up.
Yes.
Yay.
So as soon as next week, maybe, we can be back together, reunited.
Yeah.
And it feels so good. Also, thanks for listening. If you have any tips for mental health stuff and stuff that's been helping you the past couple months, let us know in the comments. And I'm sure that, I mean, this is a conversation, so I'm sure everyone could use it in the comments. So
yes, please, I need help. Thank you.
Yeah.
We love you guys. What
Get the rocks without fruit in your stomach, and
yeah, and then you'll get way more. I didn't know that.
And once again, what is it? What is it?
It's mental health in it. Oh, I want it to be mental health.
Mental health.
It's mental health in it.
Yeah, we want mental health, not mental illness.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, bruv.
Bye, bro.